All right, it's a good win for our team. Everybody was able to play, and a little short-handed tonight with some injuries, but I thought we gave great effort, especially in the first half where we shared the basketball, had 13 assists, and I think only 3 turnovers.
Coach Crystal Rich, KTLA, good to see you again. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Going back to that first half, you guys really did get off to that fast start offensively, really both ends of the court, the half-court defense. What specifically did you see on both ends that you liked?
Well, I thought we challenged every shot in the first half. They were able to get loose for a couple jump shots in the mid-range, which we'll give up as long as we challenge it. But I thought our guys gave great effort on defense, and then offensively we were able to push the pace in transition and had a lot of assists, a lot of good open looks for our shooters.
And then with Oziyah, that you have a veteran presence and a younger player in, Boogie, and then the younger presence in Oziyah. You see some flashes of just greatness. What are some things that maybe they can clean up to keep the streak alive?
Both of them complement each other very well, offensively and defensively. Boogie's a better defender because he's been in our system for a few years, and Oziyah has to keep improving defensively, but he's very capable. They're both exceptional offensive players. I think if you look at Oziyah's strengths and Boogie's, when they have high assists and low turnovers, that means they played a good game. And of course, Boogie can score the ball at an elite level. Oziyah can get to the rim and score the ball, and both are very good foul shooters. So I think if you look at the turnovers, that's one thing that we look at, and Oziyah needs to clean that up a little bit. He got a little sloppy in the second half with 3 straight, but other than that, he played an outstanding game. So I think there are stretches, like you said, of spectacular basketball for both guys as a tandem and as individual. And against Kansas State on Monday, they both had they both played out just terrific basketball. So we're work in progress right now, including Oziyah Collier. He's only a freshman, and so we can't rely on him to do everything. We have a lot of other good players in this team that have to step up and keep performing.
Andy, with Oziyah, obviously it's one of his strengths, just going 0 to 60 and attacking really fast. We saw a lot of good of that tonight. Also, times where he looked a little bit like he was pushing too fast, you're kind of out of control in that second half. What's the conversation with him as far as wanting him to push the pace, but as well slowing down? Is it kind of controlling that nature? How do you have that conversation?
We give our guards a lot of freedom to play basketball, and they have to make decisions. The hardest part about this level of basketball is decision making. It's not your skill set or it's your decision making, because great players can get to where good players can get to where they want to go on the court. The great players know what to do when they get there. So the good players can get to where they want, but the great players know what to do when they get there. And so he has to figure out what to do when he gets there, because he can get where he wants on the court. And sometimes, as you said, the decision making has to keep improving, to know when to stop, when to pass the ball, when to shoot it, when to come to a jump stop, and not get sped up, and allow him to turn the ball over when he should.
Coach, I know it's early in the season. Congrats on the 2-0 start. I know it's early in the season. What type of team, when you assess your team, what type of team do you have right now, and what do you ultimately hope that they become?
I think this team will be much better in January, February. We have 4 talented freshmen, some younger guys that were not relied upon last year, like Oziyah Sellers, Johnny Wright, meaning they played for us, but they have a bigger role. And Harrison Hornery had his first start tonight. So I think once we get healthy and we get everybody on the same page, this team will keep improving. But we have to win right now. So Kobe Johnson being out is a tough loss for us. I'm not sure when he'll be back. Of course, Vincent Wuchukwu has been out for a significant time, and we need him back. And then Bronny eventually. So we think when we're full strength, this team will keep getting better.
What's Kobe's status with the nature?
Well, Kobe was injured in Monday night's game. He kept playing and played exceptionally well. I was shocked at how well he played, especially in the second half. To have 16 points, 8 rebounds, and I don't know how many, 3 or 4 steals. So he's day to day. We just have to be precautious, and the doctors will tell us and tell me when he can play.
Is there a general timeline with Bronny? I know Bron made the comment.
I can't really comment on that. It's not my place to do that right now. The family will come out with a statement when the time is right. But Bronny's a big part of our team.
Coach, how do you think of the depth of the team? Boogie was just the 5th leading scorer. Last season, if that happens, not so sure you come out with a convincing win. How happy were you with, not just Isaiah and Boogie, but with the rest of the guys, the depth you have now?
Well, it's nice to have DJ and Oziyah Sellers step up and make shots because they're very, very good shooters and very capable. We need our guys like Oziyah and DJ to be consistent, and our big guys have to finish around the rim. I thought Josh played a very good second half because we can't rely on everybody. Not Boogie Ellis, an all-conference player, one of the best players in the country offensively, and even tonight, he's 4 for 11, 1 for 6 from 3, so he's going to go 1 for 6 occasionally from the three-point line. But we need other players to step up, and they did tonight.
Andy, is this the game you've been looking for Oziyah Sellers to really break out?
Well, the reason Oziyah is playing more is because he's much better defensively. He's gained 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason. He's a much better basketball player than he was last year. He had a good freshman year for us, played limited minutes, but helped us. But he didn't shoot the ball well, and tonight he played a very good defense, and he made some shots. He looked like a guy that's been relied upon for a long time the way he played tonight. So we're hoping this gives him some confidence, and because we're very confident in him as a coaching staff.
We've seen Brandon for about 4 minutes at the end of the game there. What are you looking for in order to expand his role?
Well, that dunk was pretty spectacular. He can do that. He jumped over Caleb Williams at our preseason Midnight Madness. It wasn't at midnight, but he needs to learn defensively how to affect the game with his size, his athleticism. He's probably the most natural jumper we've ever coached here. He's just incredible athlete, and what a great young man. We love him. But he's a freshman, has had a couple injuries. He missed the entire summer. Didn't play on our foreign tour because actually he played a little bit, but he didn't practice the entire summer with a broken hand. Then he had 2 other injuries, and he got sick during his preseason. So he's a little behind as far as our scheme goes, offensively and defensively, but he'll learn that. He'll be a much better basketball player at the end of the season.
Coach, you racked up 11 steals on defense, and that's without probably your best defender in the lineup. What can you say about the way you were just able to jump passes with the guards and play defense?
Well, we did get a lot of deflections. That's part of our defensive philosophy. I was disappointed in our field goal percent defense in the second half. I thought our guys relaxed a little bit, and we made some errors on switching and uncharacteristic errors by some of our veterans. 11 steals. We only had 2 blocks. The other night we had, I think, 8 block shots and 8 or 9 steals. So that's part of our defensive philosophy to deflect the ball, although we block shots or steal the ball. And tonight they did a good job.
Andy, it feels like a little bit right now there's kind of a growing buzz just around this program with Isaiah, with some of the talent that you guys have, just with some of the recruiting successes both now and the guys who are coming kind of down the line. I mean, with this program, also with the women's team, with Juju, is there kind of a collective atmosphere, like a sense of the moment right now and an ability to capitalize on that with this team?
We're very excited about our women's team. They had a huge win against Ohio State on Monday in Las Vegas. The Pac-12 went 4-0. Great for our conference, the men and the women. And we've been winning for quite a few years here at USC. I think we have 7 guys in the NBA the last 5.5, 6 years, and some guys playing high level overseas and winning a lot of games, competing in the national scale or national, competing on the national level as well as within the Pac-12. It is nice now that the fan base has increased the last few seasons. When we went to the Elite 8, it was during the COVID, so that was unfortunate that Evan Mobley was not. He couldn't be seen by the USC Trojan fans, but we've had a lot of good players come through here, and I think our team is very talented this year. They're very exciting to watch, and I'm also very appreciative of the student support we had tonight, because to get a couple thousand students in the gym the arena makes a big difference. It's a true home court advantage. We won 14 straight games at home last year and went 15-2 overall, and that's what we expect this year. We expect the Galen Center to be hard to play for an opposing team to come in and play, and we need that energy from the fans.
Coach, it seems as though growth, not only for the program, but for players on the team, is a common theme. I'm curious, how have you challenged yourself to grow and evolve as a coach?
Well, I think we try to change our system based on the strength of our personnel and players. Offensively, we try to do that. We've done that every year. If you notice, we're playing 4 guards, starting 4 guards. We used to start 2 bigs. Defensively, we changed our defensive system 4 years ago, And we've been number 1 in the nation in 2-point defense field goal percent and number 3 overall in field goal percent defense the last 4 years combined. So we have adjusted how we coach, the drills we do in practice defensively. We also have recruited certain ways, and we change our offensive system every year based on our personnel. So look, I'm a big believer that as a coaching staff, you have to keep working, you have to keep learning, and you have to keep reevaluating things that you're doing, what works, what doesn't. And we've done that over the last few years. I give a credit to our assistant coaches, because they put a lot of time and effort into that.
Okay, we have the student athletes here for you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Oziyah, congratulations on a great game. Could you tell us how it felt to really get out there and make a big contribution tonight?
Yeah, it felt good. You know, we have some guys down right now, Kobe being a big one, you know, him being a starter, so I had to step up and fill that role and make the most of my minutes, and that was that.
Isaiah, you 2 games into your collegiate career. What is Trojan basketball, and how does your game fit into it?
I mean, I definitely say I learned a lot in the summer. It took me a while to learn Trojan basketball as far as defending at a high level. The whole game, I mean, the offense came with it, but I mean, it took a while. So I mean, I definitely say it's hard-nosed basketball. Compete every day.
Isaiah, just what did you think about the atmosphere for your first game here at Yale?
It was great. Definitely seeing a lot of people out there. I mean, hopefully it could be more when the season goes on. I mean, it was definitely great for sure.
Hey, Isaiah, you know, first 2 games of your career playing with Boogie, just how have you guys been able to kind of grow, you know, off of playing with each other? And what is he talking to you about, you know, with these 2 games and whatever you learned from him?
I mean, I learn something every day. Shoot, we work out every day together since I got here, since day 1 in May. So, I mean, it's all been natural as far as just working out with each other. We know how each other move and things like that. So, I mean, yeah.
Isaiah, I'm going to follow up about that. Your pregame walkout song was Pretty Boy Swag by Soldier Boy, and Cookies was Turn Your Swag On by Soldier Boy. Is that a coordinated effort?
Nah, man, I don't know too much about it, but I mean, it was a song.
Andy was just talking about, you know, kind of obviously it's in your nature to kind of, you know, attack, and that's just one of your greatest strengths. And we saw a lot of good of that tonight. Obviously, you know, a few turnovers in that second half as well. What's the balance for you of just kind of, you know, figuring out when to pick your spots, you know, when to go 0 to 60 and kind of dial it back at times?
It's just being smarter. I mean, I think that just comes from being a freshman in college. Them things aren't going to naturally just happen like they did in high school. So, I mean, it's just being smarter, making smart decisions, and it'll let it naturally happen.
Oziyah, you had a very efficient game going 6 for 9 from the floor today. What do you attribute that to?
Really just the work I put in, you know. I've been working all summer, working on my game all around, trying to be more of an all-around player. People just calling me a shooter, I didn't like that, so I've just been working on my game all summer, and it showed tonight. Got to keep going.
Guys, congratulations on the win for Silver KTLA. Isaiah, question for you. First of all, congratulations on your first win here at the Galen Center. You, watching your game, it's so evident that you're willing to make plays in transition, to play downhill. Where do you want to grow in your freshman year here at USC? What are some areas in your game you want to improve upon? Because looking at what you did, it already looked really impressive.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of room to grow still. For me, it's just being smarter. I'm still learning. But definitely cutting down on the turnovers and just staying engaged on the defensive end. Those are the 2 biggest things I need to learn.
What did he kind of describe, like his team's potential to turn games into track meets? Is that kind of an emphasis? You know, you guys feel like you can get teams up and down in transition, and that's a big part of the identity of this group?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like you said, track meet, I mean, we say that a lot. So, I mean, it's just running, getting back in shape. I mean, just playing the whole game. I mean, it could be hard, but yeah.
Isaiah, you banged knees in the second half. Was it just as simple as that, just a bang knee?
Yeah, it was just bang knee.
Isaiah, at a few points in the game, you after making a shot, you did the too little gesture to the opponent. Is there anybody that can stay in front of you in college basketball?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I only played 2 games, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing my game.
You guys kind of started off the game getting shots up within, you know, 10 seconds, 15 seconds of the shot clock. Is that something Coach Enfield told you guys to do to kind of get those shots up early, or is that just something you saw with the defense that was given you?
I mean, it's just something we saw with the defense as far as just moving the ball and things like that, looking for the open shot.
Isaiah, what did you make of your performance overall today?
I mean, it's always room for improvement. But I'll say, I mean, I'd say shaky a little bit to me. Too many turnovers, too many defensive mistakes. So, I mean, I'm just trying to improve.
Any more questions? All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate you.